Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for the week of May 19, 2025. Fans can expect Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, to have a medical update for Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, tries to guide Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye. Meanwhile, Zende Forrester Dominguez, Dylan Demetz, pushes Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, to start a new line. Next week, fans can expect Grace to drop a bombshell on Liam. While Liam and everyone else who knows the truth will hope for a good prognosis, that's not what happens. Unfortunately, Grace has bad news for Liam. It's been stated that these types of tumors are unpredictable and nobody knows how long Liam has left. Could this bad news be that the tumor is growing faster than they expected? Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McKinns, will have to keep Liam's condition a secret. While Steffi did tell Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, they have been sworn to secrecy. Steffi pleaded with Taylor to even keep this from Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye. However, if Ridge suspects Taylor is hiding something from him, he could assume the worst. Meanwhile, Katie will have a heart-to-heart with Ridge. It is teased that Katie will give him some solid advice about his love life. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for next week reveal that Zende, Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, and Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, team up. The trio try to convince Daphne to start another line at Forrester Creations. Daphne will see an opening to Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor Hart. Meanwhile, Hope and Steffi finally make amends. When Hope goes to reunite with Carter, she could be blindsided by his anger and feelings of betrayal. That is when Hope tells Carter some important news. This is probably that Liam is dying. Later in the week, Taylor and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, start bickering about the events of the fashion show. The two women will also war over Ridge. Later, an unexpected event snaps Brooke out of her desperate pity party. Finally, by the time Friday's episode rolls around, one couple will reunite. Will this be Ridge and Brooke, Carter and Hope? Two other people that have been apart for too long. Monday, May 19, Grace's truth bomb shakes Luna and Poppy. Los Angeles kicks off the week with a simmering tension at Forrester Creations and a storm brewing within the Buckingham family. Grace, never one to sit quietly when it comes to protecting her daughter's future, finally decides it's time to stop playing nice. With too many secrets swirling around Luna, Grace storms into Forrester, demanding a private meeting with her daughter, and Poppy isn't invited. Luna, initially defensive, tries to assure her mother that she's got everything under control with RG and her future at Forrester. But Grace isn't having it. She coldly reveals that she's unearthed Poppy's past, and it's worse than Luna imagined. Apparently, Poppy wasn't just bohemian in her youth. Grace claims Poppy was involved in a manipulative scheme with a wealthy financier decades ago, and she fears Poppy's pattern is repeating itself, this time with Bill Spencer. Grace's voice trembles as she says 6 devastating words. "I don't think Bill is yours." Luna, shattered, questions everything. Did Poppy lie about the paternity test? Was her night with Zende more important than she thought? Is she just another pawn in a long line of her mother's manipulations? Meanwhile, Zende observes from afar, readying himself to step into the chaos. Tuesday, May 20. Katie doles out wisdom and warnings. Katie Logan returns to the canvas with grace and a subtle fire that only she can deliver. After catching wind of Bill's deepening attachment to Poppy and Luna, she pays a visit to the Spencer estate, and she isn't alone. She brings Will, now home from boarding school and wise beyond his years. Katie's initial tone is friendly, but her message is clear. Don't let your heart blind you, Bill. She questions Bill's instant devotion to Luna and Poppy, subtly reminding him of past betrayals, from Quinn to Sheila. Katie acknowledges his desire for family and love, but warns him not to sacrifice his legacy or sanity for a fantasy. Bill bristles, but something about Katie's calm delivery gets under his skin. Her voice, her insight, and her unspoken understanding of him strike a nerve. After she leaves, Bill can't stop replaying her words, especially the part about Poppy having the sparkle of a schemer. Meanwhile, Poppy, eavesdropping from the staircase, clutches the railing and mutters, "Katie Logan always has to meddle." At Forrester, Luna avoids RJ's calls and finds herself isolated. When she bumps into Zende at the design office, he offers comfort and a daring idea. Wednesday, May 21. Zende makes his move. Zende's concern for Luna shifts into determination. After watching her unravel emotionally since Grace's bombshell, he decides the time for patience is over. Over a quiet lunch on the Forrester patio, Zende opens up about his own upbringing, how he was adopted into a world of wealth, but never forgot where he came from. Then, with unexpected tenderness, he says, "You deserve someone who sees all of you, not just a fantasy." Luna, still reeling from her mother's potential lies, leans into his words. There's something steady about Zende, something grounding. He doesn't ask her to be perfect. He offers reality, not illusion. Then he drops a shocking suggestion, "Come to Paris with me, just for a while." Luna stares at him, speechless. Is this Zende's way of escaping the RJ triangle? Or does he truly believe she needs a fresh start? Meanwhile, RJ vents to Brooke and Ridge about the growing distance between him and Luna. Brooke urges patience, but Ridge, ever the realist, tells RJ to fight for what matters or walk away. Elsewhere, Grace has a terse run-in with Poppy at El Giardino. Words are exchanged. Accusations are hurled. Poppy slaps a napkin down and hisses, "You've never forgiven me for stealing the man you couldn't have." The claws are out. Thursday, May 22. Secrets threaten to explode. With Zende's offer hanging over her like a thundercloud, Luna retreats to the beach house, where she finally confronts her mother. What if Grace is right? Luna asks. What if you've lied about everything? Poppy, at first indignant, quickly changes tactics. She tearfully insists that she wanted to protect Luna, that the paternity test was real, and that Bill is indeed her father. But when Luna demands to see proof, Poppy hesitates just a second too long. That hesitation is all Luna needs. She storms out, leaving Poppy alone with a broken expression. Meanwhile, at Forrester, Katie meets with Ridge and Carter to discuss a new marketing campaign. But she ends up opening up about her concerns for Bill. Katie wonders aloud if Bill is spiraling again, throwing himself into another whirlwind romance without thinking of the consequences. Carter, still bruised from Quinn and Katie's past flirtation, observes her protectiveness with interest. "You still care about him," he says. Katie doesn't deny it. "I'll always care about the father of my son. Doesn't mean I trust him to make smart decisions." Later that afternoon, RJ tries to reconnect with Luna, but only finds her voicemail. When he finds out from Paris that Zende is planning a trip abroad, and Luna might be going, something in RJ snaps. He marches to Zende's office and demands answers. Zende simply replies, "I'm not stealing her. I'm saving her." Friday, May 23. Choices are made, lines are drawn. The week ends with intensity and passion as several characters reach their emotional limits. At the Spencer estate, Bill confronts Poppy after an unexpected envelope arrives at his door, an anonymous manila envelope containing a single photo. Poppy with a man who isn't Bill, dated just 9 months before Luna was born. He shows it to Poppy and asks, "Who is this man?" Poppy, eyes wide, begins to unravel. She claims the man meant nothing, but Bill's faith begins to waver. His entire identity as Luna's father starts to crack. Meanwhile, Katie meets with Grace at Il Giardino. They're not exactly friends, but Katie's always admired Grace's tenacity. Grace warns Katie that the Poppy situation will only get worse and reveals something shocking. She's spoken with a private investigator who believes Luna's real father might still be alive, and maybe someone Katie knows. Back at Forrester, Luna makes her decision. She walks into Zen's office, suitcase in hand. "Let's go to Paris," she says. "But just as friends, until I can think clearly." Zen smiles, but it's bittersweet. He agrees, knowing he wants more, but willing to wait. Archie walks in moments later, just in time to see them leaving. Luna turns to him with tears in her eyes. "I need time, RJ. Please understand." Archie watches them go, his heart breaking, but also feeling a surge of determination. The final scene cuts to Brooke at home, sipping tea with Katie and murmuring, "The truth always comes out. The question is, can they survive it when it does?" Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.